Today on Storytelling for the Screen, we talk about filming your movie. Last week on Storytelling for the Screen, we covered effective lighting and effective sound. And now this week, we talk about concept number 3 is filming procedure. Now I'm going to show you a few steps that you can take every time you film a shot to help you, save you from a lot of mistakes and a lot of frustration. Now number 1 is when you begin to say quiet on the set and say it really loud. That way your actors and your crew will be totally focused and ready to go, as well as the people listening on the outside, if they're making noise, will quiet down to protect you from that bad ambient sound. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to say, actors, do your emotional prep. Now for emotional prep details, you want to go back to the video from last week, which explains the whole purpose of that, so your actors will know what to do to get into the right mind frame. Then you're going to say camera rolling, which will make sure the camera operator turns the camera on and presses record button. I can't tell you how many times people in beginning films didn't even record the shot just because they forgot to turn it on. Sound rolling, which is turning on the microphone and making sure that's recording. And then you're going to film your slate. Now a slate is basically that thing that everybody knows, that they clap the board. And it actually, the reason for the slate is 2 purposes. Number 1 is it describes what scene you're filming, what take of the shot that you're doing, and also a description of the shot. This is really helpful in organizing your footage, because when you film this as the first image, it will show up in the video editing program to make sure you can put it in the right place on your edit. The second reason for having the slate is that when it makes that clap noise, it creates a spike in the audio wave, and so that when you are looking at the audio track, you can see that spike visually and match it up to the audio spike in the audio wave in the video clip. And that way you can sync up the 2 things together. And finally, you say action, which of course makes the actors go and perform and the crew filming their action, and then they continue doing that action until you say cut. Now, one of the mistakes that beginning filmmakers often make, or beginning actors make, is that they'll stop acting after they finish what they've prepared. Now, I really recommend that you go all the way until the director says cut. Oftentimes, when the director's watching a scene, sometimes things will happen and you want to cover that. So you want the actors to keep on going, and you can't tell them to keep on going because that will ruin the clip. So keep going until you say cut. Afterwards, review the footage, determine if it's usable, and then keep on going. Concept number 4 is doing multiple takes. Now, when you film your scene and from one angle, you want to keep on doing different versions of this, because even though it's a good one version you might be satisfied with, it's really healthy to get in the habit of trying it different ways. David Fincher, who did Seven and Fight Club and Social Network and Gone Girl, who's really respected, he does 40 takes, and he's sort of legendary for really pushing his actors to try it multiple ways. And I find that you're going to be really happy in the editing room if you have a lot of different takes to choose from. Cool, so that was it. I hope you liked the video and share the video and subscribe to our channel. Next week we're going to move on to post-production, and so we'll see you next week.